Angel was found in the landfill. She was pretty skinny and she was brought into the shelter. We think she was probably a pet cat because she was so used to people and so friendly, but most likely they dumped her when she got pregnant. She came in by herself to the shelter, but they found some kittens a few hours later. The kittens were brought into the shelter by themselves. They were set to be euthanized, but when they took the kittens past her cage, she just went wild in the shelter, just pawing and crying, trying to get at the kittens. So they realized that must be her kittens, and she went to a home to be fostered with the kittens. All the kittens got homes, but Angel was still looking for a home. She was still very young, less than a year old. Unfortunately, sometimes the mama cats just get ignored and overlooked. I agreed to foster Angel. I thought she was so sweet and cute and she'd get a home right away, but that ended up being my home. She was a foster failure. Pretty much as soon as I met her, she was happy to be snuggled. I'm just so glad that she's in my life. She's made my days so much richer. Angel is now 17 years old. I have had her for over 16 years. She was very attached to her kittens, for sure. The first night that we had her, we heard her walking around our apartment, and she found this one little toy that for whatever reason she just fell in love with. We think she acts like it's her kitten, and so sometimes at night she walks around and cries while she's holding her little baby kitten. And she still, if something happens that upsets her, she carries around her little baby and will cry. She was very close with our other cat, and when our other cat passed away, she was just carrying around her toy so much and crying multiple times a day. She continues to be very maternal. I've had 2 children, and she loves my children so much. Especially with my first, I had kind of a rough postpartum period, and Angel just sat by my side the whole time. There were so many days that I would spend nursing the baby on the couch, and Angel was right next to us. Actually, one time when my daughter started crying and didn't want to stop, Angel ran and grabbed her little baby kitten and brought it to my daughter to see. Now that she's a senior cat, she probably doesn't hear as well. If I just talk to her, she doesn't wake up anymore. I have to touch her to let her know that I'm there. She's 4 years out from a pretty major surgery. It's incredible to me of how much of our lives we've shared together. We've been through moves, getting married, having babies, getting new jobs, and she's always right there beside me and has just been my constant support this whole time. I'm so happy to be with her every day.